Hey everybody, welcome back to the garden. Today's an exciting day. Why is that? Well, my Saijo persimmon finally has flowers on it. And that's a pretty exciting thing because, well, for a couple reasons. I've been waiting, since probably 2010 to get these persimmons. Let's take a walk over to it and check it out. Okay, so here it is. It's just waking up from dormancy, and persimmon flowers are sneaky. Check it out. That's a persimmon flower. It's green just like the leaves. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's got a bunch of them on there now. Yep, a couple over here. This is a little bit of frost damage. A couple over here. Oh man, so exciting. So, why have I been waiting since 2010? Well, we used to have, actually, let me flip the camera around, hang on. All right, so story time. So we used to have a house in Pennsylvania, and I got a bright idea to plant a Saijo persimmon there because I liked persimmons. And I think that was probably 2010. So I planted the persimmon there. 2 years later, it was looking pretty good. And then I got a job offer that moved me to California. So I never got a chance to taste the persimmons, and we moved. So we moved to Oregon back in 2015, and I looked it up this morning on my Gmail. I had an order from Burnt Ridge for 2017 in January to purchase this persimmon. So I've never tasted Saijo persimmon. The hoshigaki that I've made before were made from a different variety, and I heard that Saijo was like the one to use. So 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is season 5. Finally, there are some flowers on this. And I'm looking around, and I've been counting the flowers. There's quite a few. Pretty excited about what this might mean. Hopefully it holds on to them. I don't know, we'll find out. The tree is taller than me now. It's probably 7 feet, maybe, I want to say. It's probably big enough to hold fruit. We have a little persimmon over here, Nikita's Gift. That's probably, I want to say 4 feet tall. And last year it flowered, put out a ton of flowers, held on to maybe 5 fruits, and then dropped most of them. So, who knows, maybe this year. But this Saijo is much bigger. It's bigger caliper, a lot more leaves. It's in a pretty good spot. I remember when I was digging down here, there was no rocks or anything in the way. The soil just seemed to just go on forever. So I'm pretty excited. I will keep you posted on what happens, and if we do get persimmons, I think, depending on how many we get, maybe have like a couple fresh. You know, they have to ripen to the point where they're kind of like water balloons, and then do the rest as hoshigaki and see how it compares to the ones that I got from the store. I don't remember the variety from the ones in the store. It's not Saijo, it's something else. You've probably seen them before. They have like an acorn shape to them, and if you bit into them as soon as you bought them from the store, they would be like horribly astringent, dry your mouth out. You'd be like, ugh. You gotta wait till they're like water balloons, and then you scoop out the insides. I don't know if you can eat the skin. Maybe you could. There's a YouTube channel called Weird Fruit Explorer. He probably has some videos on persimmons, and maybe even ones about whether or not the skin's edible. But once they're super ripe like that, where they just fall apart, they're like amazing. They have like a nutmeg, cinnamon, kind of a spice to them, and they're super duper sweet. So grapefruit, and I'm hoping we get some this year. We've got this Saijo here, and then there's back there's early Fuyu, early Jiro. Those are from One Green World. And then there's Nikita's Gift. I think that also might be from One Green World. They're smaller though. The early Jiro's got flowers on it. Nikita's Gift, I'm thinking, is probably going to have flowers on it because it flowered last year. And early Fuyu, I forgot which one I said. The one in the middle, it's like, I don't know. The first year I put it in, it probably thought it was going to die. It made a persimmon. And then the next couple of years, it didn't do anything. Last year, it made one again. And I don't know, we'll see if it does any this year. It's very sporadic with that one. I don't know why. Hey, I wanted to just add one little bit here. This is Nikita's Gift. The one I just talked about that flowered last year. Held on to some of the fruits and then dropped all of them. I did find a few flowers on it. It's really hard to find these things on persimmons because they come out of the new growth. They're really hard to see, and then the same color of the leaves. I don't see any other ones on there. Oh, here we go. Here's a few. Right there. One there, one there, one there. Yeah, there's a couple here. I think it's going to be another good year for this. It's a pretty small persimmon though. Man, you can see the size of the trunk. It's not very thick yet. You could probably hold on to a few of them. It depends on what things look like as far as the drought goes this year. Normally in Portland, we get like a drought from, I don't know, it depends, sometimes May until September. That's a pretty long time. I've mulched really heavily for years to try and bring up the organic matter, keep the water in there. I've put some shade in there with the sea berries, some nitrogen fixers. Tried to keep the ground covered with strawberries. So I've got a nice little guild here, as permaculturists call it, to help out the persimmon in the middle. But we'll see if it can make it through the summer. I may have to water it a little bit. Persimmons are relatives of the ebony family, or they're in the ebony family, so they tend to grow slowly. Yeah, they take their time. And they should be fairly drought tolerant. I've tested that a little bit the first couple of years. It was hard to kind of limp them through the summer. But now that they've gotten going, I think they're probably fine. This one might need to be trimmed a little bit because these two stems might compete for which one has apical dominance. And then you get the tree that has like two vertical stems going up, so I might like cut it right there a little bit to let this stem be the dominant leader, and then that should make the shape a little bit nicer. Yeah, I'll keep you updated and we'll see what happens.